How's it going, traders? So I wanted to run through the pairs USD JPY. Remember, I wrote this in as something that we were going to play off of the pivot line. We were hoping that it would come down. It never did. It stayed up. There was an entry right around here. That would have been kind of like a heads up play. It looks like we had like 1, 2 opportunities, 2 hours to get in. Um, but yeah, this is definitely um, an upward movement. So it's a good look. It's just we don't have any really clean entries here yet. So for me, I'm gonna get rid of this because we didn't actually get in. There wasn't an opportunity. It didn't pull back, for us to get in, which is fine. It's just again, before you can hit a fastball, a 90 miles per hour fastball, a big league fastball, you got to be able to see it. So I stand by that mentality while I'm trading. I'm not going to get every one of them. I'm not going to get most of the moves that I see, but I'm going to be paying attention and putting myself in a position. That's a huge part of it. So yeah, I think we're coming up to okay. We might have some resistance here at the 200 EMA, but I'm going to look at 618 as a target for this big ass move right here. Okay, NZD USD. It looks like I expected it to bounce off of this level, and it absolutely skyrocketed through. Yeah, so we're out 1% here. Let me write that in. Huge move. Um, that doesn't look like a technical thing. This looks like something that happened with the fundamentals that I might want to go look at. But notice how it just bounced off this 3.8 like it was nothing. It was crazy. And we could have kind of, saw that coming. If you're looking back then, this is at 8 o'clock at night, Central Time. Deceleration, and then reversed right off and dropped down to a key level, kind of hung out there. Super interesting, man, whenever you learn to see this stuff. Um, Not to say that I'm perfect with it, but it's definitely super interesting to look at and see. Anyways, yeah, we got stopped out here. I thought we were going to bounce down. Was hoping we would come down to baseline is where I was looking at, but it didn't go down like that, and sometimes it doesn't. It looks like we were kind of slanted upwards. It looks like we were slanted upwards whenever I got in, so that's my bad. Okay. All right. So the GBP pairs, we'll run through these and then take a break. GBP looks like, let's see if I can read this. -1, so we got 13% on this play. That's fine. Some big moves. Some big moves in NZD and the USD so far. Looks like, especially the NZD correlated pairs. I'm going to be expecting these large moves. So notice that NZD is on the left side, so it's the base currency on this play, NZD USD, and that's why it went up. And then GBP NZD, it's the correlated pair, right, on the right side. There's a word for it, but it's escaping me right now, so whatever. But notice how it dropped. It didn't go up, it dropped because it's on the right side of the pair group. Little nuance. Anyways, nothing here. I'm not playing any of that. It's just too risky for me. This play is super interesting. We're in that one right now, and we're going down further. Not really an entry here. Kind of an entry yesterday or today during this pullback. And that entry would have looked like this. I'll write it in there, but it's not going to count. As we didn't really get into it, we couldn't have gotten into it timing wise. Maybe maybe we come down to this area with this one as well. It's a 3% move. Could be interesting. This has got an extremely crazy stop loss on it. I'm way up there, so whatever. That's what happens when you play off of a key level versus a pivot, or something that's a little bit more defined, easier to define, I should say. Yeah, so I'm gonna push myself to that limit. GBP CAD. Interesting. Looks like we got in here, not in real time, but we saw it. There's a play here. Stops way up here. We bled a little bit today, but we came down and we're actually beyond the limit. So we probably would have got targeted here or triggered here. And then I'm going to say that we're out right here because we're close to recent lows. I just don't want to overdo it here. So we're out at 186. And that's what that looks like. Just leave that there. Okay. This is so interesting to me whenever we are able to pick our outs. So we lost 1%, and then we gained 1.86%. So we're up 0.86%. This isn't a week that's got as many obvious plays as the prior weeks, but I still think that I'm going to actually be able to finish the week in a positive, which is super interesting. CHF, I don't see anything here. I don't see anything here. I know I wanted to take this lower on the 6th. I was trying to take this lower. I closed it out and made money, but yeah, it's kind of indecisive. MACD's kind of showing bullish signs. I want to play big moves. I want to play, I want to play a situation that's about to move heavily. I don't want to play these little nuanced moves. That's not really what I'm in this for. It's not what my strategy is about. My strategy is about the difference here, not all this. I don't want to jump in and out of these and try to scalp or whatever. It's just not how I get down. That's all. So this is yesterday. I picked this as okay. So I thought this 200 EMA was going to hold and provide a place to bounce down from here, and I was wrong. So we're going to go ahead and lose here. We lost 1%, and I don't have to write that down because it's red, so we clearly lost. I get it. We're out here. We would have got triggered out here. Yeah. So one of the things you want to keep in mind as well, and I've kind of talked about this, but we haven't really dug into it, is really understanding, do I want to use a stop loss or I want to use a trigger? For me, I want to use a stop loss on this side for now, but I also want to have triggers eventually instead of stop losses, just to keep my broker honest. We'll talk about that in the coming videos. We're going to switch over to CAD pairs coming up, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.